Hi, I'm Jay.
And I'm Manasa.
And this is the Two Player Take. It's a podcast where we talk about the two-player experience in tabletop gaming.
As a busy married couple and new parents, we often don't get the chance to meet up with our usual gaming groups to play games. This means that Jay and I are usually just playing games, the two of us at home.
And we think this podcast is going to be really valuable because board games are expensive. They cost a lot of money. There's a big time requirement to play them, learning the rules and getting your money's worth out of them to decide which games you feel are going to be best to fill your shelf.
So we want to take the time to find what games work best from a two-player perspective and share that with you.
I think that a lot of people out there are in the same situation. They don't really have time to get gaming groups together because you're either hosting or you're going to someone else's house and finding the time to do that and etc. So a lot of games tend to say, okay, best played with 3 players, best played with 4 players. But I think good games, truly shine when they can accommodate multiple sets of players. I mean, I've seen games that work great with 4 players and are just trash with 2 players. And I've seen the opposite. I've seen games that work best as a 2-player game, but they accommodate players up to 8, 10. It's kind of nuts. So a little bit about how I got into tabletop gaming. I became interested in design, tabletop design. Tabletop design. Jesus. Oh.
I got interested in design, tabletop design.
Okay.
You were doing so good. You're on a roll there.
I know. So I got into tabletop games through designing my own games, playing my own rule versions and things like that. So I looked into making games, designing games, and in order to do that, I kind of discovered what was already out there.
I've had a more traditional introduction to games. I started playing games as a kid with friends, with my parents, and as I've gotten older, games kind of took a bit of a backseat to just school, other extracurriculars, and life in general. After Jay and I met, we started playing more games together. It was a big part of our relationship, and I think my love for games has been rekindled recently, especially after our daughter was born. We were spending a lot more time at home and playing a lot of games.
And of course, I think she's the greatest gaming partner one could ask for. This side of the Mississippi.
Why are you like this?
This side of the Mississippi. Anyways, if you want to hear more about this podcast, about what else we've got going on, you can find us over at stopdroptabletop.com. That's kind of our main landing site for this podcast. We also do written blogs and other things. So if you want to check us out there, also, I think we have a couple social media links.
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at stopdroptabletop.
Thanks for listening, and we hope you enjoy our two-player take.